output. This program uses the file float underscore num.txt. Okay, and this is the comment line she has included: 1.5, 2.6, 3.7, and 4.8. Yes, and here is the header file ash include stdio.h. Yes, and in the main, float num of 4, float I is equal to 0, and another variable tot. She has declared it to 0, and file pointer she has initialized here, and she is trying to open the file which is of the name float num underscore dot txt. Yes, and she's checking whether this thing, I mean fptr, it is equal to null. Yeah, if it is equal to null, the file does not exist, and she's trying to close here, and using the two for loops. Yes, and using the two for loops, so she's in the one for loop she has inserted the fscanf statement, and in the others for loop she has included total is equal to total plus num of I. Finally, she's trying to print tot value, I mean a tot value. Yes, and finally it is returned 0. Yes, and it is a good question by Amulya. Yes, the options are 12.6 followed by 40 and some garbage values, runtime error, and a compile time error. Yes, and Ganika's answered, okay, in the main, num is a float data type of size 4. Then I is equal to 0, total is, tot is equal to 0 is also float data type. Declaring files, you declare a variable to store a file pointer like file star fp. The type file is predefined for you by it is a data structure which holds the information the standard input output needs to keep track of the file. Yes, and fptr is equal to fopen of float num.txt. I mean in the read mode here, fopen of your file name mode is the syntax of file open, and r would mean opens a file in the read mode and sets pointer to the file, to the first character in the file. It will return null if the file does not exist. Okay, and then if the condition is false, therefore the control moves to the next line, and fclose function closes the file that is being pointed with a file pointer fp. In C program, we close the file as below. Here, that is fclose of fp, and syntax for closing the file is fclose of file star fp. In the for loop, that test condition is true and enters the loop. In fscanf, fptr is file name, but %f has a float format specifier. Then ampersand num of I, which is of int type. Hence, the compiler shows error. Therefore, the output is compile time error. That is option D is the correct answer. Okay. Yeah, she's saying, a compile time error is the right answer. Okay, and Ganika is given. She has given the right explanation. She has explained it very well. So I'm giving the quality bonus for her. Yes, and the next comment is done by Shravya. Yes, and the question by Bindia. Choose the correct option for the below code. Okay, you can take on, Pooja.
Okay, we are having a def function asterisk symbol arg list. For we are having a follow for argument x in argument list, print argument x. Function sukshmas knowing bk and bia. Okay. It's a Python code that acts a problem. So the options are sukshmas knowing bk and bia, compile time error, runtime error, and nothing displays. Okay. Shravya's answered option is the right answer. Here we are using the concept of asterisk args. Asterisk args is used to send a non-keyworded variable length argument list to the function. Hence now arg list contains all the string passed by the function parameter. And now we are looping over these variables and printing them one by one. So therefore the output will be as follows: sukshmas knowing bk and bia.
Okay. Yeah, she has explained it very well. So I'm giving both quality bonus and appreciation for Shravya. Yes, and the next comment is also done by Shravya. Okay, and it's a question by Bindia. What will be the correct output for the below program? Yes, and a definition function, a double star of k works, and in the for loop for employee comma age in k works dot items. Yes, and in the for loop, if loop is there, and if age is equal to 13, print percentages. Yes, age is percentages, and the value of percentage of employee comma age. Yes, and and finally it is a statement. The fn of India is equal to 24. Chimmy is equal to 25, and Ranji is equal to 13. Yes, and it is a question by Bindia. Okay, and the options are, okay, Bia's age is 24, Chimmy's age is 25, and Ranji's age is 13, and Ranji age is 13, and C is error, and option D is none of the above. And Shravya has given an answer. Actually, the above question leads to an error, which is in option C, because we don't have a semicolon after the if statement in the line 3. Yes, exactly. Yes, and but assuming the semicolon was present, the code was as follows. Okay. Yes, if this semicolon was present in this if loop, then she's saying what the output might be. In this case, the answer would be option B. Okay, the special syntax, the double star of keywords in function definitions in Python is used to pass a keyword, a keyworded variable length argument list. So basically here this goes on as a key value pair, and initially it is Dia and 24, and it will print the statement only if the age is 13, and that is true only in case of Ranji, and hence the output is option B. Okay, if the semicolon would be present, the answer would be option B. Shravya is saying, as she has explained it well. She's exactly saying it like it leads to the error since this thing colon is not present. Okay. Yes, and the next comment is done by Shravya. Yeah, yes, Pooja, you can take on.
Okay. Question is by Bindya. str is equal to PDF, CSV, and JSON if string dot split. Okay. Is equal to str dot split. Then print str dot split. Okay. Okay. Options are compile time error. Option B is PDF, CSV, and JSON. Nothing displays or runtime error.
Okay.
Okay. So Shravya has answered option B is the correct answer. We initially have a string which has the value PDF, CSV, and JSON. Next, we are having an if condition which checks off str.split is equal to str.split of blank space. This is true because whenever we use the split operation, if we do not mention any delimiter, by default it will split based on the white space, and hence they are same and we get true. Here, hence the split operation later splits the string based on the space and stores the respective words in the list, and hence the output is as follows. Okay.
PDF,
She's
CSV,
explained.
and JSON. Okay. Yeah, she's explained it well. I'm giving her both the quality bonus and appreciation for Shravya. Yes, Shravya is doing extremely well. Yes, and the next comment is done by Vidyashri. Okay, yeah, it's a question by Charita. It is predict the output, and here is the header file hash include yesterday .h, and in the main two variables are declared, that is a value is 10 and b value is 25. Here two operations are performed and assigned to the variables a and b, and a is equal to post increment of b plus post increment of a, and b is equal to pre increment of b plus pre increment of a, and finally a and b values are printed. Okay, and it's a question by Charita, but actually I've seen this question many times. Okay, and yeah, the options are 3664, 3562, 3663, and 3028. As Sri Vamshika has given an answer, option C. The values of A and B of the are of the type integer and initialized to 10 and 20, 25. The concept of pre and post increment is used. In the pre increment, the value is first incremented and then used. In case of the post increment, the value is first used and then incremented. Yes, it's the rule. Yes, and initially A is equal to B plus plus. Post increment of B and post increment of A, that will be 10 plus 25 is equal to 35. Now A value will be 35, but since the post increment is used, A value will be 35 plus 1, that is 36. Next here it is pre increment operation is done. Okay, and yeah, in this pre increment operation, 26 plus 37, A and B values will lead to 63. When we do the addition operation, in this pre increment is used, and the value of B becomes 63. The values of A and B are printed, which is 36 and 63. Okay, yeah, Vamshika has explained it very well. I would like to give both the quality bonus and appreciation. Yes, and Vidyashri. Coming to the answer of Vidyashri, in the above program, firstly it is initialize A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 25. Next, the B and A are post incremented, that is B plus, post increment of B and post increment of A means after assigning the value to the variable, the value is incremented. Okay, that will be 25 plus 10, that will be 35. After this pre increment operation, it will be 36, and it will be stored in the value A. Then B and A will be pre-incremented, that is, yeah, pre-increment operation occurs on B and A both, means before assigning the values to the variable, the value is incremented by 1. Therefore, 36 plus 27, that will be 63, and it will be stored in a B. Like after this thing of obtaining A and B values, it will print what was stored in the variables, that is A and B respectively, hence output would be 36 and 63. Yeah, she has also explained it very well. Like both deserve the quality bonus and the appreciation. Yes. Yes. And the next comment is done by Shri Vamshika. Yes, and this question is reviewed, I think. Yeah, just now it's reviewed. Okay. And the next comment is done by Shravya. Yes, Pooja, you can
Okay.
take on this question.
Okay, we're having a public class called as Sukshmas, and we're having a data variable called as data, which is for private, and we're having construct a public Sukshmas, which contains data is equal to 5. We're having one more method called as public and get data, which contains return this data. Next, we're having a derived class derived extends Sukshmas. So we're having a one more variable private in data, public derived which contains data is equal to 6, private int get data which returns the data, and in the main method we are creating an object my data, and in the print statement we are trying to print my data dot get data. Okay, it's a
Okay.
Java code question posted by Naina Vayach.
Okay.
Okay, so the options are 6 compile time error, 7 or a runtime error.
Okay.
Okay. And Shravya has answered option B is the correct answer. Initially, we're having a public class Sukshmas, which is the variable data. It is of a type private and hence can be used only within the class. Next, we are having a constructor to this class which gives the value 5 to the data. We are then having a method called getData which returns the value 5. Now we are having another class derived which extends the Sukshmas class. This class again has a variable data and hence this is also a private. This is a new variable. Next, we are having a constructor initializing this to 6, but the get data method is private, it will be hence thrown error. Because according to the rules of inheritance, we cannot have a method with the same name in the child class which is less restrictive than the parent class. Since private is less restrictive than public, this will throw an error. Suppose we make the public as follows, the output will be 6. Okay,
Okay.
she has made it a public
Yeah,
method.
instead of the private method, she has made it
Yes,
public.
public
Okay. Yeah.
constructor.
Yeah. Public. If we make it as a public specifier, I mean, of public this thing, it would not throw an error. Okay. Yes, so she has explained it very well. I would like to give both the quality bonus and appreciation for Shravya. Yes, and the next comment is done by Sri Vamshika. Okay, and it's a question by Charita. Predict the output. Here's a header file and in the main method. She has declared two values, that is a is equal to 100 and b is equal to 74. Yes, and in the if loop, I mean post increment of a is greater than 100, and operation post increment of b is greater than 200. Okay, if this condition is true, she's trying. I mean, printf high values with a is equal to percentage d and b is equal to percentage d, and a and b values are printed finally. Okay, in another printf, yeah, post increment of a less than 100 or operation post increment of b less than 200. Yes, and printf low values with a is equal to percentage d, b is equal to percentage d, a comma b. I think she has missed a slash here. Okay. Okay, I can appreciate this particular question. Yes, and the options are high values with a is equal to 100, b is equal to 74, low values with a is equal to 101, b is equal to 73, low values with a is equal to 101, b 75, and low values with a 101 and b 75. Yes, and Sri Vamshika has given an answer in the above program, and operation is used and gives true if both the values are true. Instead it gives false. Okay, or operation, it is exact, I mean it is opposite of that after and. Okay, and if the statement is used, if the condition given is true, then the set of statements in the if are executed. The variable a and b of the type integer are initialized to 174 respectively in the first state. In the first, if statement, the value of a is post incremented, that is used the value and then increments, so 100 is greater than 100 is false. Since and operation is used to give it gives false, and the value of a becomes 101. Okay, yes, and the value of a becomes 101. Yes. Okay. Okay, and in the next, if again a is post incremented, 101 is less than 100 is false, and since or operator is used, the next expression is checked, that is the 74 less than 200. It is true. Now a and b both are incremented and becomes 102 and 75, which is printed. Yeah. Yeah, she's saying, I mean, option C is the correct answer. Yes, she has given the explanation very well. I would like to give both the quality bonus and appreciation for Vamshika. Yes, and the next comment is done by Meghna BS. Yes, Pooja, you can now take on this.
Okay, okay. We're having a public class called as Sukshmas, which contains a variable k initialized with 10. We're having one more class called class D, which extends Sukshmas, and it has a variable k initialized with 3. In the main method, we are creating an object for Sushmas S is equal to new D, and we are printing S dot K. Okay. Question is by Karthik. So options are 10, 3, compile time error or a runtime error.
Okay.
Okay. So option Shravan is saying option is the correct answer. Here we have a variable k in both the parent class and the child class with the value 10 and in the parent class and 3 in the child class. If a parent class reference variable is holding the reference of the child class, we have the variable k in both the parent class and child class. It will refer to the parent class k variable. This is why 10 gets printed. If we want the child value to be considered and 3 to be printed, we can use the below code. Okay, she has made an object for derived class D and she is printing the value. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think the difference, okay, public class in k is equal to 10, she has made, and okay, public static void main. Yeah.
She has created object for derived class.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
It's
and
Meghna's
coming to
answer.
Meghna, yes, answer.
Okay, option is the right answer 10. As we follow the flow of the code, here Sukshmas is declared as a class. Inside that class, instance variable k is initialized with 10, which is of int data type. Next, class D is act as a derived class inside that class again, initialized with 3. Next, main method is declared inside the main method. We create an object variable s for the derived class D. Then we are trying to print the value of k. As per the rule, overriding concept is not applicable for the variable concept. So it prints the value as k as 10.
Okay, yes, and yeah, Shravya is saying option E is the correct answer. Yes, yeah, it's been reviewed and given the quality bonus for Shravya. Yes, and I would like to give the quality bonus for Meghna BS also. Yes, and the next comment is done by Ganika. Yes, and it's a question by Suraj BK. What will be the output of the following snippet code? Yes, and this particular, okay. Here is the, I mean, here is the header file int main of void. Yes, and int x is equal to printf of sukshmas, and this using the printf statement, x value is trying to get printed and return 0 finally. Yes, and options are sukshmas 9, sukshmas, and sukshmas 1, and of only sukshmas. Yes, and Ganika has given her answer. Option A is the correct answer. That is Sukshma's 9 in the main, and int x is declared and is initialized to print Sukshma's. Hence, the compiler prints Sukshma's and then control moves to the next line. Again, we have printf statement where percentage d value type values, that is number of characters in the Sukshma's, that is 9, is also printed. Therefore, firstly it evaluates, I mean, printf of Sukshma's is executed. Therefore, it prints Sukshma's. After that, it considers the number of characters in this particular string Sukshmas. It is 9. Therefore, Sukshmas 9 is printed as the output. Yes, and yes, and it is well explained by Ganika also. Yes, I would like to give a quality bonus for Ganika. Yes, and it's a good question by Suraj BK also. Yes. And the next comment is done by Nidhi Somshekaraya. Okay. Just a minute. Yes, and this is just now, just now it is reviewed. Yes, and the next comment is done by Ganika. Okay, you can take on this, Pooja.
Okay. Okay, we are having a switch case statement with the variable I is equal to 3. So in the switch case statement, we are having cases as case 0 plus 1, which prints Sukshma if it is true, or else case 1 plus 2, which prints quiz, or else default it will print Sukshma's quiz. Okay.
It's a question by
Okay.
Suraj BK.
Sukshma. It's a C question he has posted or C plus plus.
Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, it's a C question. Okay, he has mentioned, I mean, the improper subject tag. Okay, Pooja.
Okay, options are Sukshma's quiz or a compile time error. And
Okay.
Ganika is answered with the syntax, which the syntax of switch statement, switch of x case value 1. If x is equal to value 1, then print this thing. Or else, okay, value if value is equal to 2, then it prints case 2 and break, or else it will print the default place. This is the syntax of switch. Here in the place of value 1, we have the arithmetic equation. It is 0 plus 1, which is equal to 2. So I is not equal to 2, therefore it comes out of the case and checks the next case. And now in the value 2, we have 1 plus 2, which is 3. It is equal to I is equal to 3. So therefore, in this case, we have to print the quiz. It comes out of the loop and the program is terminated. Hence, quiz is the output. Options is the right answer.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, int I is equal to 3 is given. Yes, and since 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, and this particular printf is executed, quiz is printed, and since the break is there, it will come out of the the switch. Yes, and finally the quiz is printed as output. Yes, and she has explained it very well. I would like to give both quality bonus and appreciation for Ganika. Okay. Okay, and the next comment is done by next comment is done by Prajwal TH. Okay, and it's a question by Bindia. Find the correct output for the given program. And here's the definition: main print of sukshmas, comma beyond knowing. And if double underscore of main double underscore is equal to here is the string, that is double underscore main double underscore, and here is the main. Okay, and the options are sukshmas comma beyond knowing, and the compile time error and the runtime error, and nothing displays. Okay, and Prajwal TH has given his comment. Option E is the correct answer. That is sukshmas beyond knowing. In this code, there is a function called main that prints the phrase sukshmas beyond knowing. When the Python interpreter executes, there is a conditional or if statement that checks the value of this particular string, that is double underscore of main double underscore, and compares it to the string. Okay, and this particular string, it is being compared. Okay, when the if statement evaluates to true, the Python interpreter executes main, then the output will be sukshmas comma beyond knowing. Okay. Okay, and this thing, when it is true, it executes main, and again main is called recursively. Okay, yeah, is explained. Yeah, he has explained it very well. I would like to give the quality bonus for Prajwal TH. Okay, and the next comment is done by Bindia. Okay, Pooja, I can take on this.
Okay. Question is by Sajag Rastogi. What is one's complement for this string 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 So options are like this. Alternative 1010, 00110101, 1010101, 101. Okay, these are some of the options. Okay. Okay, so Bindia answered as options is the right answer. The ones complement of a binary number is defined as the value obtained by inverting all the bits in the binary representation of the system. It is swapping zeros for ones and vice versa. The ones complement of a number then behaves like the negative of the original number in some arithmetic operation. So we can perform the ones complement operation for the above binary number. It is swapping zeros for ones and ones for zeros. So it will print 10101011. So after ones complement, we get this option, which is option C. Option C.
Okay. Yeah, she has explained it very well. Okay, I would like to share this question also. Yes, and okay. Okay, and the next comment is done by Meghna BS. Okay, and it's a question by Karthik sir. Okay. Yes, and here is a public class Sukshmas, and in a class Sukshmas, void call method is there with the compilation fails at line 3, and we are trying to print Java using the println statement, and class is to extend Sukshmas. Inheritance property is used, and inside this class, protected method is protected method is there. That is protected void call, that is system.println. Oracle we are trying to print here, and here comes the main method, that is public static void main of string args, string case sukshmas d is equal to new s2 d dot call. Yes, and using this d dot call of function call, the function is called. Yes, and it's a question by Karthik sir. Okay, and it's of the Java question, and the options are compilation fails at line 3, compilation fails at line 10, Oracle, uh, and option D is Java. Yes, and Shravya Suresh has given her answer. Option C is the correct answer. That is compilation fails at line 10. There is no compile time error here. We are having a default method in parent class called call printing Java, and in the child method we are having a protected method called printing Oracle. We are then creating an object and calling the method here, and overriding happens and Oracle is printed. In this case, the parent class method is default type, and in the child class it is protected, and hence it will print. If the access modifier of the parent class method is public, then the overriding method child class method cannot have a private, protected, and default access modifier. Because of all these three access modifiers are more restrictive than public. Okay, and here is a public class Sukshmas, and here is okay, a public void call method, and Java is trying to print here. And in the case the parent class method was private, then we couldn't access, and therefore it again have been a compile time error. Okay. Yes, yeah, she has explained it very well, so it's been given a quality bonus also. I would like to appreciate Shravya and Meghna BS. Meghna BS has given her answer option C, that is Oracle is okay. Oracle is printed. Okay, she's saying Oracle is printed. Okay, here in the above code Java, above Java code Sukshmas is declared as base class, and S2 is declared as derived class. Yes, exactly. And in the base class, we are calling call method with void return type, and with the default modifier. If you are not using any modifier like public, private, protected, then it is treated as a default modifier. Instead, that call method, we are trying to print a statement that is Java. Next, in the derived class, again call method is calling, that is method override with a void return type, and protected as a modifier. Inside that call method, we are trying to print a statement that is Oracle. Next, main method is declared. Inside that main method, we create an object variable D for the derived class is2, and using that object variable, we are trying to call. We are trying to calling call method. When we run the above program, it does not show any compile time error, because according to Java rule, if you use protected modifier for base class and a public modifier for derived class, then it will work fine. You see, and if you use protected modifier for a base class and derived class, it will work fine. If you use protected modifier for base class and private modifier for the derived class, then it will show compile time error. Okay. If you use public modifier for the base class and protected modifier for the derived class, then it will show compile time error. If you use default modifier for the base class and protected modifier for the derived class, then it will work fine. These are some of the basic rules of Java, and we should follow these rules while declaring modifier in a class. So option C is the right answer for the above code according to the rule 5 as mentioned. Yeah, rule 5, if you use a default modifier is used. Okay. Okay, and the default for the rule 5 is if you use a default modifier for the base class and protected for the derived class, then it will work fine. I think, yeah, Meghna BS has excellently answered. I mean, she has given her answer very. She has explained it very well. So I would like to give both the quality bonus and appreciation. Yes. Okay, and the next comment is done by Naina YH. Okay, Pooja, you can take on this.
Okay. Okay. Question is by Sindhu HM. What is the output of the relational operations? Options are integer, boolean, character, or a double. Okay. So 9 has answered option B is the right answer. Relational operations are used to compare values of two expressions. Relational operations are binary operators because they require two operands to operate. If the relation is true, then the result of the relation expression is 1, else it is 0. Okay. She could have elaborated a bit more with an example.
Yeah, she could have. I mean, she could have elaborated. I mean, she could have. She could be still more descriptive by giving one example also. Okay, like yeah, I would like to only appreciate Nayana YH. Okay, and the question is, what is the output of the relational operators? Okay, since other operations are, I mean, other options are there, she could have like told their output
Justified.
also. Yeah, justify their output also. Yes, and the next comment is done by Meghna BS. Okay, and it's a question by Karthik sir. Yes, and predict the output. Public class Sukshmas, and here and inside the class Sukshmas static method is there, and static method, and in the static method we are trying to print the k value. Yes, and static int k is equal to 10. We are declaring here, and yeah, main method isn't containing any statements. Okay, as and basically it's of the Java question, and the options are illegal forward reference. Option B is 10, C is 0, and D cannot find symbol k. Yes, and Pooja, you can only answer this particular question, Pooja.
Okay. So in this code, one second. Okay. In this above code, we will get an error which says an illegal forward reference. Means in this we are not. It is nothing but we are referring to something in the advance that does not exist. In this case, we are printing the value which has not been initialized, so it will notify the error. Means in this case we are declaring the, I mean initializing a variable, but we have not declared it, so it will raise an error. We can
Okay.
avoid it by initializing before it is defined, like in this code below, which I have initialized here and later defined what it is. It is a int. So option A is the right answer, I'm telling.
Okay. You could have you said like inside the method. I mean the variable it is not declared, but outside the method
Yes.
it is declared. You're saying it, right?
Yes. We
Okay.
are trying to print the variable which has not been declared, so it will raise an error. So I have modified. If we change the code, then we can get the error, output for this code.
Yes, and a field can be initialized before it is defined. Yeah, she has mentioned it clearly here. Okay, she's saying option A is the right answer. I mean, illegal forward reference. Yes, it's been reviewed already and given the quality bonus also. I would like to appreciate Pooja D. Yes. And Shravya is given her answer. Option E is the correct answer. Here we have a static block which prints k. After the block, we are initializing the static variable k. This will throw the static forward reference error. Illegal forward reference error in Java is a compile time error. You will encounter this with this error when you try to use a field before it is defined, just like in a above program. Now, if we initialize the variable in the beginning by changing the code as follows, error will disappear. Okay, she's saying yeah the same you said like Pooja, like initially it should be declared first before using it should be declared first. She is implying that in the code. In this case the answer would be option B, that is 10. Yeah, if it would have been declared first and then we are using it to print the k value, the output would have been a 10. Since in the code it's been used before declaring only, so it leads to illegal forward reference. Okay, yeah, she has also explained it very well, so it's been given the quality bonus, and I would like to appreciate Shravya. S and Meghna BS. Option A is the right answer, that is illegal forward reference. As we follow the flow of the program, here Sukshma is declared as class. Inside that static block is present. Inside the static blocks, we are trying to print a k value, that is k value. Next, k variable of integer type with a static keyword is declared. Next, main method is declared without body of a statement inside it. When we run above code, it will show an error like illegal forward reference, because according to Java, static variable should be initialized before the static block. Yes, it is initialized after. So it will throw an error like illegal forward reference. Yeah, if you use the initialization for the static variable k as I mean, we are we are first initializing it to the value of 10, and then we are using it. Yeah, the when this would have been when this would have been the code, then output would be 10. Yeah, even Meghna BS also is very good in answering. Yes, I would like to give the quality bonus for Meghna BS and even the appreciation. Yes, and all the three have answered very well. Yes, okay. And coming to the recent question comments done by the participants. Okay. Yes, and the recent question comment done by Vidyashri. Okay. Yes, Pooja, you can take on this.
So what question is by Vidya TV, which explain the waterfall model in detail. It's a software engineering question. Okay, Nidhi has answered the waterfall approach. The whole process of the software development is divided into separate phases. The waterfall model is a breakdown of the project activities into the linear sequential phases, where each phase depends on the deliverables of the previous one and the corresponding to a specialization of tasks. Requirement gathering and analysis, all the possible requirements of the system to be developed are captured in this phase and documented in a required specification document. Second is the system design. The requirement specification from the first phase are studied in this phase and the system design is prepared. This system design helps in specifying hardware and software requirements and helps in defining the overall system architecture. Next is the implementation with inputs from the system design. The system is first developed in small programs called units, which are integrated in the next phase. Each unit is developed and tested for its functionality, which is refers to as unit testing, integration and testing. All the units developed in the implementation phase are integrated into a system after testing of each unit. Deployment of the system. Once the function and functional and non-functional testing is done, the product is deployed in the customer environment or released into market. Maintenance. There are some issues which come in the client environment. To fix those issues, patches are released. Okay.
Okay, I think she has given the sufficient information. Okay, I
Yes.
would like to give the quality bonus for Nidhi, and coming to the Vidyashree's comment.
Yes, Sri. Okay, Vidyashi has answered. The waterfall model is sometimes called as the classic life cycle or the linear sequential model. It is the earliest SDLC approach that was used for software development. Sequential approach for the software development that begins at the system level and progresses through communication, planning, modeling, constructing, and deployment. Single system design phase emphasizes planning and designing of the system structures and technology before coding starts. It has six phases, which are conception, initialization, analysis, design, construction, testing, product or implementation, and maintenance.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down. Okay, where was I? Okay, the single system design phase emphasizes planning and okay, it says first. Milestones review encourage close scrutiny of phase exit and entry or entry criteria. It is easy to manage due to rigidity of the model and each process has a specific review process.
Process. Okay.
It's different
Yeah.
from the earlier one, I think.
Yeah, it's different from the earlier one. Yes. Okay. I would like to give the quality bonus and appreciation. Yes, Vidyashi is also doing well as a weekly mentor. Okay. Yes, and the next comment is done by Charita R. Okay, and it's a question by Ganika. What is upcasting and downcasting? It's of the Java topic question. Yes, and Charita has given her answer typecasting. Typecasting, upcasting, and downcasting. It's asked about typecasting is converting one data type to another. Upcasting. Converting a subclass type to a superclass type is known as upcasting, and she has given an example here that is a class super. Okay, and the class super, and here inside the class super void sample method is being defined, which is consisting of the printing statement that is method of the superclass and public class sub extends super. Okay, inheritance property is being used and the void sample method is defined here, and it is trying to print method of the subclass, and inside the public static void main of the string args, super obj is equal to yes, and super of new sub. Okay, and finally obj dot sample method is called. Okay, and here downcasting she has explained here, converting a superclass type to a subclass type is known as downcasting. It is exactly opposite to that of upcasting. And example she has mentioned class super void sample, and inside a print statement method of the superclass and public class sub extends super. Yes, and she has defined void sample method here and trying to print method of the subclass. Yes, and the similar super obj is equal to new sub. Okay, super obj is equal to new sub, and yes, and I mean sub is equal to subject of obj and sub dot sample. Okay, downcasting and upcasting both have been explained well by Charita, so it's been given the quality bonus, and I would like to appreciate Charita. Yes, and the next comment is also done by Charita. Okay, Pooja, take on this.
Okay, question is what are the different levels of abstraction in the DBMS? Question is Priyanka M. Sunkar. So Sonu Jaded has answered there are three levels for data abstraction in the DBMS, which include the physical level, logical level, and view level. Physical level, this is the lowest level of the data abstraction, which states how the data is stored in the database. So logical level, this is the lowest level of data abstraction, which states the type of the data and the relationship among the data that is stored in the database. View level, this is the highest level in the data abstraction, which stores or states only a part of the database.
Okay,
Okay, so Charita has answered.
Charita. Okay.
Okay. Data abstraction. A data abstraction refers to the process of hiding the irrelevant details from the user, which contains three levels, which is view level, conceptual level, and physical level. View level. This is the highest level of abstraction. Only a part of the actual database is viewed by the user. This level exists to ease the accessibility of the database by an individual user. Users view data in the form of rows and columns. Tables and relations are used to store the data. Multiple views of the same database may exist. User can just view the data and interact with the database. Storage and implementation details are hidden from them. Logical or the conceptual level, this level comprises of the information that is actually stored in the database in the form of tables. It also stores the relationship among the data entries in the relatively simple structures. At this level, the information available to the user at the view is unknown. We can store the various attributes of an employee and relationship. Example with the manager can be stored. Physical level, this is the lowest level of abstraction. It tells how the data is actually stored in the memory. The access methods like sequential or the random access and the file organizations like B plus trees hashing used for the same. Usability, size of memory, and the number of times the records are factors which we need to know while designing the database. Suppose we need to store the detail of an employee, block of storage and the amount of memory used for this purpose is kept hidden from the user.
Okay.
Okay, she has given brief when compared to Sonu Jalal.
Yeah. She has explained it very well, so it's been given the quality bonus, and I would like to appreciate Charita. Yeah, she's also doing very good, and not only Charita, like all the participants are doing extremely good in their commenting and posting parts. Yes, and I would like to share this question. Yes. Let's move on to some of the recent work. The recent question replies done by the participants. Okay. Yes, and the recent question comment, the question reply is done by Shravya Suresh. Okay, the question is by Sonu. Explain the concepts of a primary key and the foreign key. It's a question by Sonu Jadid, and yeah, it's of the DBMS question. Yes, and Priyanka has given her answer. Primary key is used to uniquely identify the records in a database table. Foreign key is mainly used to link two or more tables together as this is a particular field in one of the database tables which are a primary key of some other table. Example, there are two tables, that is employee and the department, both have one common field or column as id, where id is a primary key of the employee table, which while this is the foreign key of the department table. Yes, coming to the reply given by Shravya. Yes, and Shravya has given the reply explaining with an example. Yes, so she has not mentioned the example is being not mentioned by Priyanka, and yeah, it's been extended by Shravya explaining with an example. She has mentioned that is two tables. Uh, in the first, person ID, last name, first name, and age are the attributes consisting, and yeah, 1, 2, 3. And the last name, she has given the three names here, and yeah, the first name, it has been given the three names here. Yes, and the age are being given, that is 30, 23, and 20. Yes, and the second table, that is order ID, order number, and the person ID. Yes, these are the order IDs and the person IDs, and the order IDs and the order numbers. Let us consider the above two tables. Here the primary keys can be person ID and the order ID, as they can be recognized uniquely. Next, the person ID in the second table is a foreign key to the person ID in the first table, which is a primary key, hence linking the two tables. Yes, and the primary key of the second table, that is ordered ID, and the primary key of that is the first table, that is person ID, both are linked together. Yes. Yeah, she has been given the very good reply, so it's been given a quality bonus, and I would like to appreciate Shravya. Yes. Yes, and the next question, the reply is given by Shravya. Okay, Pooja, you can take on this.
Okay. So question is, what are the main differences between the primary key and the unique key? Question by Sonu Jaded. So Priyanka's answer, the main difference between them is that the primary key can never have a null value, which the unique key may consist of a null value. In each table, there can be only one primary key, while there can be more than one unique key in a table. So we can see the reply.
Reply given by Shravya. Yes.
Shravya, okay. Shava's answer, one more difference to be noted is that the selection using the primary key will create a clustered indexes, whereas when it is done using the unique key, it creates a non-clustered index.
Okay.
Okay, it's
She has given. She has given one more difference here. Okay. Yeah, I've given the appreciation for Shravya. Yes, and the next reply is given by Vidyashri. Okay, and it's a question by Priyanka Yamsunkar. She has given one question of DBMS, that is explain entity type and entity set in DBMS. Yes, and Sonu, sorry. Okay. Okay, and Sonu has given our answer. Entity is an object, place, or thing which has its independent existence in the real world and about which data can be stored in a database. For example, any person, book, etc. Entity type is a collection of entities that have the same attributes. For example, student table contains rows in which each row is an entity holding the attributes like name, age, and ID of the students. Hence, the student is an entity type which holds the entities having the same attributes. Entity set is a collection of entities of the same type. For example, a collection of the employees of a firm. Okay, and the reply is given by Vidyashri. Okay, and entity are of two types. They are a tangible entity and intangible entity. Tangible entities are the entities which exist in the real world physically. For example, bike, person, etc. Intangible entities are the entities which exist logically. For example, trademarks, bank, etc. Entity types are of two types, that is strong entity type and weak entity type. Okay, and the strong entities are the entities which have key attributes. It will be represented by using a rectangle, and the weak entities are the entities which does not have key attributes. It will be represented by using double outline rectangle. Key attribute means the entity set said the attribute in each entities are differently identified. Okay. Yeah, she has given the very good reply. I mean, she has explained the two entities, that is tangible and intangible. Okay. Yes, and coming to another reply, I mean the reply given by Shravya explaining the above concept with a simple diagram here. Okay, she has mentioned one table here. Yes, and she has given the field's person ID, last name, first name, and the age. Yes, and about table is a student table. Okay, now student can be recognized as an entity type here. Here, as it is a collection of entities that have the same attributes. Next, we can consider row 1 or row 2 or any such rows as entities, as it is considered as an individual entity. Next, a set of these can be formed as entity sets. For example, row 1 and row 2 together can be considered as entity sets. Yeah, she's both have given the very good replies. Yes, and it's been they have been given the quality bonus. So I would like to appreciate for both. Yes.
Tejashwini,
Yes, sir.
I think, yeah, Shravya, what you have followed today, it is good. And even I have observed in Vamshika's comment also, like, sorry, reply, when you are doing at least a one line of addressing why you are doing the comment, then it is definitely going to make more value for the one who is reading. So this is good practice, Shravya and Vamshika. Everyone can follow this practice. Whenever you are doing reply, try to address why you are doing that reply, so it will be easy for all the one who is going to read your comments and answers. Okay, so yeah, Tejashwini,
Yes, sir.
we will just hold our review for today now, and we will just have some discussion over what we have introduced, this one, like refer and
Okay.
win contest. So regarding that, everyone is having the information. Rashmi, Tejashwini,
Yes,
Pooja,
sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Shravya, Vamshika, and Vidya.
Yes, sir.
You all are having the information. Okay. So do you have any questions on that? Anyone is having any question on that particular contest? Any doubts? See, in that particular contest, I will I'll just try to brief you up how you should do it. Basically, it is a contest of inviting the new participants to the game, because in this point of time, we are finding you all are doing very good, and you all are like your performances, your way of understanding the game, and everything is so good. So you all are now able to express your understandings and express the complete benefits of doing a group study kind of structure learning, so you can express. So that's why we have introduced this thing, and we are expecting you to expand your expand the boundaries whatever we are having in the participation. Few hints I can give you in this. Number one, try to form the teams. Okay, since this game, since this contest is of bringing the new subscribers to the game, and some minimum number is there, that is 25. So minimum 25 participants, whoever is bringing, they will be the eligible for the winners. Okay, so in this I can give you one hint, that is do in a team. Okay, do as a teamwork. If you will say, suppose Vamshika and Shravya both are trying to make 25 25 25, then it may be just a second. हेलो, हाँ भैया मैं आपको अभी yeah, so if you are doing around 25 25, so it will be you may not end up into the winners. Okay, so the first trick is try to form a team and try to do the subscriptions with any of your one teammate code. Okay, so this will help you to win the game. The chances of winning the game will be more. Means do not divide, make it as a single one. Okay, and second one, you can keep sharing your achievement card more and more over your social media platform, so that the more and more of your friends will know about it. And if they will be knowing it, it will be easy for you to do the to increase the subscriptions. And third thing is, like, you can, as we are already having that create your own videos and share it into social media, that strategy also you can use it, like explainer videos. So if you will do those things, it will definitely help you to win that contest, and it will be definitely help you to like achieve whatever you are trying to do it. So you have a complete this month. You are, I think today is 4th, so you are already having more than 26 days. Plan it well and then proceed it. Okay, but as the first trick, what I have told you, work as a team. So then you are, if you are working as a team, means definitely you are going to win this contest. If you will do a division of the subscriptions, then it may be tough for you to be in the competition. Is it fine for right now, Rashmi, Sindhu?
Yes, sir. It's fine, sir.
Sindhu?
Yes, sir, it is fine, sir. I'll be helping them. If they have any doubts, they can contact me anytime. I'll be there for them to help.
Because teaming is important, Sindhu. If teaming is not there,
Yes,
means
sir.
they will end up into dividing the participants, and then it will be the competition will be even more tougher. Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if any other points you want to share with respect to this, Rashmi?
No, sir.
Fine. Okay. So anyway, so these are the few informations I wanted to share. Vamshika, you have any doubts? Shravya, Vidya?
No,
Okay. I think I am seeing Vidya's activity is like improving very much, like since from last few days. Vidya is
Yes,
also
sir.
like improving a lot of their way of doing the comments and answers. So that's good thing, Vidya. Keep it up. Okay, Rashmi, if you want to go for a points table, you can review the points table and end up the session.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, and coming to the points table of today. Yes, and coming to the points table, and as we know that today's result criteria will be based on the points. I mean, the participant securing the highest points will be the first time in the top position. Yes, and the first position as of now it is by Shravya Suresh, and she's having 68.153 points is total. Yes, and she's having excellent score in all, that is 25 play quiz points, 0.80 Sukshma score, and even some of the clap activities is remaining by her, and even she's having 8.3 quality bonus points. Yes, okay, yeah, she has also put on her I mean very good effort to gain this quality bonus, and she's also having the mentor bonus of 1 points. Yes, she's having 68.153 points as total, and the second place is by Nidhi Somshekaraya. Yes, she's having 59.767 points as total. Yes, and she is having the quality bonus of 1 point till now. And third place is by Suraj BK. Yeah, he has also completed all his activities with 1.2 quality bonus points with 58.055 points as total. Yes, and we can see much of the difference between the first place, that is Shravya and Nidhi. Yes, almost 9 points difference is being seen by the first and the second place. Yes, and the fourth place by Sri Vamshika. Yes, she has also completed all her activities with some more claps. Yeah, I mean, still some more claps are remaining by Sri Vamshika. Is she's having 8.2 quality bonus points. So yeah, she's also performing excellently. Yes, and she's having 57.947 points as total. Yes, and for fifth place by Vidyashri. Yes, she has also completed all her activities with even good Sukshma score also she's having with the point for quality bonus points with the 57.788 points as total. Yes, and the sixth place by Ganika. Yeah, she has also completed all her activities with almost eight claps. Eight claps is being remaining by Ganika. She's having 2 points of score quality bonus points with a 52.625 points as total. Yes, and the seventh place by Sonu. Okay, and she's having, yeah, she has also completed all her activities with 1.8 quality bonus points, with a 51.260 points as total. Yes, and the eighth place is by Prajwal TH. Yeah, he's completed all his activities. I mean, yeah, the commenting and the posting is remaining. Sorry. Yes, and he need to post the questions still, and he need to do three more comments still with the point for quality bonus points is having, and 45.17 points is total. Yes, and the ninth place is by me. Yeah, I've completed all my activities except the posting activities remaining by me, and I'm having a 0.8 quality bonus points with the 44.813 points is total. And finally, the 10th place by Meghna BS. Yes, and she has complete. She need to do posting activities still. One comment is to be done by Meghna, and still more some of the claps is to be done with the she's having 0.8 quality bonus points with the 42.78 points as total. Yeah, and I mean the 11th place by Pooja, Priyanka, Nayana, Lokesh. Yes, yeah. These are all I mean the top 10 positions of the participants as of now. Okay.
Okay, I think thank you, Tejaswini. So we'll end up the session today now for like we'll end up the session for today, and
Yes.
participate well, guys. You have a good opportunity here, and we want to increase our team, and we want to increase the network what we have, and we want to expand what we are doing. So with all your efforts and help, we will be definitely able to do it. Participate it aggressively, and do your best whenever, whatever, wherever you want our help and support. Do let us know and contact, and just do it well. Okay, fine. I think, yeah, Rashmi, you can end up the session now.
Okay, sir.
And
Okay,
one more thing is,
yes,
once again, Rashmi, like like they can plan wisely. Like they may come across so many friends among schools, colleges, and all. Because like it's not only the one branch. From engineering, we have like you can refer to so many branches. This would be helpful for you guys as well.
Yeah, BK is available for all branches. This
That's
thing
what
I think
we need
earlier
to
also
know.
we have disclosed. So it's open for all branches. We are having the questions and the content for all the branches. Yeah, definitely we have more content in the computer science and IAS and MCA, BCA like content. But definitely we are having good content in EC, EC and mechanical and civil also. So if any of your friends from that domain belongs, they also can subscribe and join. Yes, Sindhu?
That's all, sir. We'll end up the session. Okay, Rashmi, I'll only end up the session.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
okay,
It
sir.
was very
Fine.
well, and good going from you guys in a game. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Bye.
Thanks
Bye.
for your
Bye.
Bye,
involvement.
Karthik sir.
Bye all. Bye.
Bye.